Guys, it's Mary again. I'm coming at you with another video. This is actually kind of going to be a tough one for me. This is about our miscarriage that we had September 3rd of 2018. So I found out I was pregnant on July 28th. We were very happy. It was our fourth child. However, we were prepared. We were ready for that baby. So I found out I was pregnant. I didn't feel any different. With all of my other pregnancies, I always had a lot of morning sickness, and I just felt so tired and dizzy, and I didn't have any cramping or anything with my previous children. So I found out I was pregnant on July 28th. It was like 3 days before my missed period. So I continued to test. The lines got darker. Everything seemed like it was progressing. So I actually went to the doctor when I was 6 weeks and 2 days along. All I could see really was the yolk sac and then the embryo forming, or at least what they thought was the embryo forming. And I say that because 2 weeks later, we repeated the ultrasound, only to find out that there was no baby, that there was a gestational sac and a yolk sac, and the baby had actually not been forming. So I was supposed to be about almost 9 weeks pregnant when we found out that the baby was no longer developing, that it had either reabsorbed into the yolk sac, and I was to begin having a miscarriage. Even though my body should have already miscarried the baby because the pregnancy had stopped progressing at about 6 weeks and 2 days. So around the time that I got that first ultrasound. You know, the day that I went for that second ultrasound was actually the last day that the OB that I was seeing was in that office. She was actually leaving for a different practice that didn't accept my insurance. So, I decided to get a second opinion because I thought that maybe they're missing something. Maybe they're just not seeing the baby. Maybe I ovulated later than I thought, you know. Like, my ovulation isn't always on point, you know. It varies sometimes. So we thought that maybe I ovulated later, or anyways. So what happened then is I got an appointment the next day for a second opinion. And my husband, you know, bless his heart, he said, well, you know, you've never had a miscarriage before. Why would your body start now? And this would have been our fourth baby, our fifth pregnancy, because when I was 17, I was actually pregnant before, but we won't get into that in this video. This is going to only be about this miscarriage. So I went for the second opinion, and he thought the same thing, and he had even mentioned maybe you ovulated later. Come back in about 3 or 4 days, and we'll go ahead and repeat the ultrasound. And by the way, we'll send you for some blood work. My levels came back really elevated. My HCG was still around 6,000. So of course, I had my second beta done, and that's when we discovered that my levels were lowering, and it had lowered by about 1,000. So what they actually called what I had was a missed miscarriage, not a blighted
Now, guys,
ovum or
at this
anything like
point,
that.
I'm talking about
A missed
a missed
miscarriage, where my
miscarriage,
body just still
and
hung on to the
I
pregnancy,
didn't have a blighted
even
ovum.
though the pregnancy
So,
wasn't progressing
since
anymore.
my levels weren't dropping significantly,
So,
I did have to have a DNC and then a repeat
you know, if
DNC
you're
a month
seeing
later.
this video and the same thing has happened to you, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I do know it still breaks my heart, and it's been 5 months now. I'll be due in 3 months. Less than that. I was supposed to be due April 4th. So, less than that. And there's no baby. So, if you've been through this, or if you're going through this, just know there is hope at the end of the tunnel, and you can get pregnant again, God willing. And I hope you do, if that's, if that's what your goals are. Right now, because if you saw my previous video, my husband's actually in basic training right now. He actually joined the Air Force. So, right now, our TTC journey is put on the back burner. And it will be for a few months, and then we'll pick back up. But during that time, I plan on doing things to better myself as well. And that's talking about these things that have happened. Miscarriage was really hard. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed my story. And like I said, if you're going through this, you can leave in the comments what's going on with you, and I'd be more than willing to talk to you, about this, because it's hard to go through alone. So it is hard to go through alone. I'm still going through it, even months later. So please make sure to like and subscribe, and there's more content coming your way. Bye.